I'm City Councilman John Caron, and this is your Council Connection. On today's show, we're going to be going around the city visiting 6 different businesses and associations because we're recognizing them for the Business Beautification Awards for St. Clair Shores. These awardees have been selected by the St. Clair Shores Beautification Commission, who are a hard-working group of volunteers very dedicated to keep our city looking the greatest that it can be. So with that, I'm going to go off to my first location. So we're at our first location. We're here with Brian Hunt, a dentist on Jefferson Avenue here in the Nautical Mile. And Brian, you're being recognized for a 10-year beautification awardee from the St. Clair Shores Beautification Commission. So tell us, what goes into maintaining your property for all these years to be recognized for this award?
Well, first of all, thanks a lot, John. I appreciate you being here today. It's a little warm today, but it's very nice. And certainly pass along to your Beautification Committee how honored I am to be
I absolutely will, yes.
Have this 10-year award. Well, I think it's really important, especially as a dentist. I'm in the aesthetic business too, and you know, if you would go to a building and the grass was brown and it wasn't maintained, you'd think, well, maybe they're not maintaining things in the office too. So we like to try and keep it as nice. I do get a lot of compliments from neighbors, even from walkers and runners that go by that say it looks nice. But yeah, it's kind of a labor of love, and you know, it does look good, and I appreciate the 10-year award.
Great. So, who helps you do the landscaping and do all the maintenance around here?
Well, the grass cutting and some of the trimming and that maintenance is done by Ferguson Landscaping and another company called Southern Gardener. And then a lot of it I do. I like to plant the flowers and stuff, so I do enjoy it also.
That's awesome. So how is it having a business here in St. Clair Shores? What's been your experience for all these years?
Well, I've had this office I bought in 1988, so I've been here that long, and it's been very good. I grew up in St. Clair Shores. As a matter of fact, I grew up on Kramer here. I went to Lakeview High School, and so it's nice to stay in the neighborhood. When I was a kid, this used to be Dr. McFarland's office. He was a DO that did all the exams for kids playing sports at Lakeview. So, and then they turned it into a dental office, and it's been a dental office ever since.
Great. Well, I tell you what, in terms of everything that you do here, it's a beautiful frontage that you have for the office, and I do agree. That's one of the things we try to tell so many businesses of, you've got to look good on the outside if you want to get customers on the inside.
I agree.
So that is so important for us here in St. Clair Shores, that you spent all these years maintaining a beautiful business here on the Nautical Mile. So that's greatly appreciated.
Well, I appreciate it too, John, and I'm glad to be in St. Clair Shores.
All right. Well, I tell you what, in terms of here in the Nautical Mile, a lot of changes that you've seen. So kind of what has been your experience of what you've seen here in the Nautical Mile all these years you've been here?
Well, when I first bought this building in '88, I don't know if you remember this, you're a young man, but they were going to blow this out and make it like Rodeo Drive in California. They had a big grandiose plans. That never kind of went through. But it's been great, and the changes have been phenomenal with all the new restaurants that have moved in, and it's really, you guys have worked hard to make it a destination. And it really is. You're not only drawing from St. Clair Shores and the Points and Roseville, but you're getting West Siders. My stockbroker personally lives in West Bloomfield. We had a meeting here at lunch. I said I'll take you over to Mike's. We sat at Mike's. He fell in love with it, and now he's like a 3-time-a-month guy. He brings his friends over from the West Side over to Mike's there to have lunch. It's kind of a cute and unique place. So. Yeah, it's great. You guys have been super, and I'm very happy to be on the Nautical Mile.
Great. Yeah, I know, especially the Tifa district that funds a lot of the improvements that go in here. That you're within that boundary.
Yep.
That supports that. Just some of the major transformational things that have happened down here, and we've got more that's going to be coming in the next few years. As we get through some of the construction, we're going to kind of reimagine the Nautical Mile a bit coming up here in the next few years, and glad that here's a very core business that's going to be a part of that.
If you need any help with that, or if they have a citizen committee or something, you can count me in for anything you want there.
Hey, definitely. We're always looking for that input, because having the business owners directly involved with all that is very key to make this all successful.
I agree with you.
And to continue building down here. So, well, Dr. Hunt, thank you very much for being on today's show. Congratulations on the 10-year award.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Continue all the great work.
Thanks a lot, John. I appreciate it. Pass the good word to the committee.
I will do that. Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that, I'm going off to our next location. All right, we're here at the Wynwood Point Condominium Association Complex here off of Jefferson between 9 and 10 Mile Road here on the Nautical Mile. And they're being recognized as another 10-year Business Beautification Awardee. And I'm joined here by John, who's the president of the association, and Lauren, who manages all the landscaping around here. So Lauren, I'll start with you. What goes into, this is a 10-year award. I was here 10 years ago giving the initial award, and it was beautiful then, it's beautiful now. So tell us what goes into managing all the landscape of this beautiful property.
Well, I'll tell you, first of all, we're very honored that we would be the recipients of this award. This is a very special thing for us because it is definitely a team effort. A lot of people over the years have contributed their time, their effort, their creativity, and we just hope that we can continue doing that. It's a fun job, actually.
Now, do you have any companies that helped you out, or?
We do. We've had pretty much a 25-year relationship with Burns Landscape.
Okay.
And they're fabulous. They're very attentive. They do a good job, and we're very happy with them. So we expect to continue a good relationship with them.
And and looking around the property, there's a whole combination between, being how long the property's been here. You got many mature trees that are wonderful to have within a complex. I know a lot of people that build north, they don't have any trees anymore, right, as you build new. So they have all the maturity of the trees here, the shrubs, and also there's a mix of, their native perennial plants and probably annuals around. So kind of what goes into those design decisions?
Well, this was all done. This was all planned when the complex was built in 1986. And it was Burns that actually did the initial landscaping.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. And over the years, we've tried to maintain the continuity of the landscape. One of the plans is, one of the things that went into the major planning was making sure that the plants were climate appropriate, and also that it was an inviting atmosphere to look at all season. So in this winter, we're still looking at green. And we just try to maintain that scope. Yeah,
it's very nice. And it's also, you got a very walkable atmosphere within the complex. So, John, in terms of managing the association, kind of, how does it, this inviting feel kind of help with the association, obviously to bring new residents in as things come for sale. So kind of what do you hear on that side of it?
Well, this is primarily a senior development in terms of people that are scaling down from larger homes in St. Clair Shores or Grosse Pointe. And I'm probably a good example of seeing the compelling reasons they come here, because as a realtor, I've sold 20 in here in my career.
Oh, wow.
Many are still here. And my
and how many units total?
68.
Okay, well,
yeah,
that's a good percentage.
Yeah, and my mother-in-law lived here, and we always said back then, which was 20 years ago when she passed away, that these were her happiest years here, the last 8 years that she was alive. And we said someday we'll be back, but we got to get rid of the kids first. So we did that, and here we are. And
nice.
Everybody seems to, I think the biggest feeling about rewarding for the jobs we do is people constantly compliment us about how much they like living here and how nice the landscape is and so on. And it kind of fuels our interest in managing the complex.
Well, that's good to have that, feedback and incentive to kind of keep going. Because I know, being a city council member, right, I work with a lot of residents, help them with issues, but as an association president and managing on the board, you've got those same issues to deal with as well within your complex. So I know it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of volunteer hours, obviously, to do that. So it takes a lot of great board members in order to keep this going.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So tell me in terms of what's it like in terms of your impression of being here in the nautical mile and that, because this is like a very niche, seated right between all the marinas.
Yeah.
You know, it's like from the road front, you barely know it's here outside the sign.
Exactly.
So kind of what's the nautical mile like?
The
like
easiest answer I can give you is when we were looking to scale down and get a smaller place, we knew about nautical mile, we knew about this, and there was nothing like that where we lived for our whole life, Grosse Pointe, before that. So for the last 11 years, we've been happy with our decision and not looking back on any other option than nautical mile. And,
Oh, great.
and it's the way it's expanded, and everything, I look at it and I say, God, there isn't anything that looks like it shouldn't be here.
Right.
You know, and that's...
Yeah, no, and we've had a long-term planning with our TIFA board
Yeah.
in terms of, you know, it started out like a lot of, you know, ideas of what we wanted it to be, and then, but they've been very actively involved in like progressing it forward, especially all the improvements down at Blossom Heath Park, all the flowers and decorations that go along the entire Jefferson Avenue, as well as, you know, all the, now we got the tunnel lights that come in every year. That's a big success, and we decorate all along Jefferson. So, you know, so I think this is a great complex. It's always been great for here in St. Clair Shores on the nautical mile. So, you know, John, Lauren, thank you for everything you do here to keep this property looking how it is, and congratulations on the award for this year.
Appreciate it.
Very well deserved. Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that, I'm going to head off to our next location. All right, we're here at our next location. I'm here at the Lakeview Condominiums on Jefferson between 12 and 11 Mile Road. I am joined by Brian and Sean as the president and vice president of the association here. So you guys are being recognized for a 10-year beautification award from the St. Clair Shores Beautification Commission. And I remember when I was out here before 10, 11 years ago with the first award, it was always a beautiful property, and it still is. So kind of tell us what goes into maintaining the property and the landscaping all around the complex here.
You want to take that, or you want me to start?
You go ahead.
Yeah, so we work with a management company, Lawyers Condominium Management Company, and they contract with our various service providers. We recently turned over the weekly maintenance service. They do the lawn cutting. They also do the snow. They do the tree trimming as well for the common elements in the sub or in the association.
Yeah. So kind of with the residents that are here, as I look around, you've got little different elements. Like in the front porches, they each have their own planting area, but also in their backyards, there's some beautiful beds, a lot of hanging plants. So kind of as residents within here, what do you guys do to maintain and decide all that?
Yeah, each resident is responsible for their own landscaping in front and in the back. And a lot of the residents take pride in the beautification and putting flowers in and planting, and they do a really nice job.
Yeah, and what I see is a lot of perennial plants, a lot of native plants that bees, butterflies really love to have in the area. So, and that's very important to kind of make sure all those native beds are still maintained.
Sure, and you can see there's a lot of variety as well, right? So it makes it, you know, it's not very like specific or continuous. It just is a nice backdrop to come home.
Well, and allows everyone to express themselves as well. You know, in that, which, you know, typically, you know, some associations will have, you know, kind of full control over it. But I think here it works very well that every individual resident's kind of allowed to make their own choices.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
for sure.
So with this beautiful property here, you're located just behind us on Lake St. Clair. So kind of what draws you to be here in St. Clair Shores on the lake?
Well, being East Siders and lifelong growing up East Siders sure helps. I think this is seen as a premier community. We have a lot of people that relocate from different parts, not only in Macomb County, but also coming in from Grosse Pointe because they love to live here and so close to the lake and their boats.
Yeah. And
the golf courses, right, Sean?
That's right.
Oh, yeah. In St. Clair Shores here, we have our own golf course.
Yep.
So that's always a big draw.
We do.
Right? For so what type of people are looking to buy within this community here?
Well, for sure, people that want a view of the lake.
Yep.
So every condo in the community has some kind of a view of the lake. These are right on the lake, of course.
Yep.
and each wing has a nice view of greenery and the lake as well.
Well, I know just when they originally designed this, it's kind of it goes out a little more in a V shape, right? So
Right.
even the balconies and people's backs, where they've got 2 stories of balconies here, right?
Right.
And that, as well as a porch area out in the back. But all of them, because you got that nice V shape, y'all can get a view of the lake, regardless which property you own here, right?
True.
Right.
And the views are amazing for sure.
Oh,
Sunrise, moonrise, it's gorgeous.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
And well, I'll tell you what, this has always been an amazing property here, located off of Jefferson. I think you guys are doing an amazing job keeping it up. Because I don't recall, like, how long has the property been here?
So I think it was built in 1986.
Okay.
And so we're coming upon 40 years. And with a 40-year-old property, just like any other property, it's starting to show some signs of not just care and maintenance, but some actual turnover. You can see our porches are going through a rebuild. It's a huge budget issue.
Yep.
It's a redesign. The redesign is designed to last even longer.
Oh,
So
that's good.
yeah, we're providing for a long-term future as well.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the important things when you're part of an association. You've got to look at a lot of those long-term maintenance items as well, to take care of the community that you have.
And they've come due, and we're addressing them, and it's just time, and I think the new look is wonderful.
No, great. Well, again, thank you for everything you're doing here. It's a beautiful property. Congratulations on the 10-year award from the St. Clair Shores Beautification Commission. They greatly appreciate everything they do. The commission members were all very supportive of this award for this year. So congratulations, and thank you for everything you do.
Thanks, John.
Thanks
Great,
for the
thank you.
recognition and the appreciation. Yep.
Welcome. And with that, I'll go out to my next location. And we're now at Brightside Dental here on Harper, just north of 13 Mile, and I am joined by Dr. Max Griselius, who's one of the dentists here at Brightside Dental. So first off, you're being awarded a beautification award, one of the annual awards. This is your first time receiving it, so
Yeah.
congratulations.
It's an honor.
Beautification Commission is very impressed with your property. So first off, tell us about your business. What is Brightside Dental?
Brightside Dental is a privately owned company with a group of dentists, and we opened this location in 2012. So I've been here ever since.
13 years now. That's
and
wonderful.
my brother's one of the owners with me as well.
Oh, great. Family business.
Yep.
Awesome to hear. So tell us, wonderful landscaping here. I know it's been beautiful for many years. It's been on the list for beautification several times. So tell us, who helps to design and maintain the beautiful landscape around your building?
Yeah, well, I don't have time to do it all myself, so we use Synergy Landscaping, and they do a really nice job.
Great. Yeah, you got a wonderful collection of shrubs, roses, grasses
Yep.
all around.
And then we had our signs redone this year and painting the awning out front and the pole and everything.
And also looking around, it looks like the parking lot was recently redone.
Yep.
And it's always important for any business long term, maintain that outside appearance. Because if you don't have that outside appearance, it's not going to incite people to come inside, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so tell us, so you've been at this location now a little over 13 years. What do you get involved with in terms of the community?
So we do a lot of work with the local schools, Lakeshore and Lakeview. We contribute to the Lakeshore Foundation golf outing.
Oh, nice. Good.
The Senior Center, we've done work with them. This year, coming up soon in October here, we're going to have our 3rd annual Trunk or Treat. That's for patients and anyone in the community.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great outreach in order to entice local residents to kind of come see what your business is all about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't mention we had a mouth guard. We supplied mouth guards to local teams a while back as well.
Look, the local football, hockey.
Yeah, me and my
tournament?
brother
Okay.
grew up playing hockey here over at the Civic Arena.
Oh, you did?
So I've been
Nice.
a part of the community for a long time, and it made sense for us to do something like that.
Oh, great. Yeah, the Hockey Association here is incredible
Absolutely.
in terms of the development of teams. And I myself played hockey here in St. Clair Shores.
Oh, you did?
As well as my 3 older brothers. We're all
Yep.
part of the organization back
All
in the
right.
80s and that. So, so in terms of your business, how's it in terms of customers, patients? Are you accepting new patients? And...
Oh, we're always accepting new patients. I think it even might say on our sign, walk-ins welcome, but
Okay.
yeah, anyone can come in anytime. We have a lot of great patients, families, and it's, we like to see people coming back over the years, watching people grow up and different, events in their life, hearing about that.
Right.
So, yeah.
Any particular area you guys specialize in?
We have a little bit of everything. So
Okay.
we have the family dentistry with the cleanings and fillings. We do implants, more surgical stuff like wisdom teeth. There is an oral surgeon that comes to the office. We have our own orthodontist for braces and Invisalign,
Oh, okay.
straightening teeth, that kind of thing.
Oh, great. So you can
Yeah.
actually get all
Yep.
types
yeah.
of services here for
We try
dental
to be a
repair.
one-stop shop.
Great.
Make it easy so people aren't running from one end of town to the other.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. So I tell you what, again, congratulations
Thank you
on
so
the
much.
award. Like I said, Beautification Commission has been looking at the property for many years, and that's typically what they do. In terms of they go around, look at the different businesses, and they kind of do have a ranking list. And we do appreciate all the hard work that you guys do, all the community outreach you do, and helping with the schools and the local events. So congratulations again on
you.
being an awardee.
Yeah, it's a privilege.
Great. And with that, I'm going to go off to my next location. All right, we are now here at H3 Wellness Collective, and I am joined by Rebecca Palin. So tell us, for H3 Wellness Collective, what is this?
So we actually are a mental health facility that we provide a continuum of care. So we try to start with you with therapy, we provide medication, and then we also provide emotional wellness services. So that can include acupuncture, naturopath medicine, massage, anything that we find will help with your mental health.
Oh, nice. And you're being honored here today as being a recipient of one of the Beautification Awards we give out to businesses every year. So, and I know you've done a lot of, probably a little more recent work to this property. I understand there's a little bit of an issue that drove you to kind of upgrade everything. So tell us
a few years ago when I bought the building, if anyone remembers, the landscape kind of had like a mid-century look. So it went into the basement, which wasn't great with all our crazy storms. So what we've done is like built it up and made it prettier, and it's definitely more waterproof.
Oh, great. And unfortunately, we are dealing with some of these pop-up storms that drop a lot of water in a short period of time. So I think that basically to make the building a lot more resilient, as well as beautify the property is a great thing to do. So, so tell us, in terms of the work that H3 Wellness Collective does, I know you're a social worker, and I've had some personal experience, of where social work has really helped me out, especially with the long-term care of my parents.
Oh, for sure.
Prior to them
That's where I
passing
started
away.
my career.
And I know how valuable that is because I know one of the things of like, you're not really dealing with the people that when they're ever in their best case, right? So tell us do you find it rewarding, the type of work you do?
Absolutely. I started my social work career in medical social work in 2003. So I haven't left it yet. And now I'm lucky enough to be able to be here where I can stay with people longer while they're dealing with their mental health.
Oh, great. And so kind of tell us about do you work with like some of the other local, we got all the hospitals and doctors in the area. So kind of how do you interact with them to help your patients through their journey? The journey. Yes, exactly. Thank you. The journey they're going through.
Yeah, so sometimes people come from out of the hospital, sometimes we're helping them get into the hospital, and then we're utilizing other resources, especially in, say, Clair Shores and Macomb County. So if they need a shelter or if they need help with tax support, we're always utilizing other nonprofits that help our clients with other needs in addition to their mental health care.
Oh, great. So tell us, in terms of the property, who went through to kind of, after you re-sloped the land correctly?
I should get some credits out.
Who helped you with it?
So definitely my contractor, because he was the one who helped me build it all up. And then his crew helped me change the front so it slopes down and has this pretty kind of easy way to take care of. And then my staff certainly has helped me plant flowers, water them every night with these hot summers. So it's been a collective effort.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. That's wonderful. I tell you what, thank you so much for beautifying the property, especially making it more resilient for the type of weather we have around here. And congratulations on being awarded a Beautification Award for businesses here in St. Clair Shores.
Thank you.
congratulations,
Thank
and
you.
thank you for everything you do.
Thanks.
And with that, I'm going to go out to my next location. All right, so we're here at our last location on our tour of the beautification awardees of St. Clair Shores, and I'm here with Mike Lefevre at Mike's on the Water, and we're here in the Snoopy Museum and that. But first, you're being recognized for Mike's on the Water Beautification Award this year, so congratulations from that. That's being awarded by the Beautification Commission. So looking around outside, you've always had a unique taste. I'm going to leave it at that. But
True.
yeah, you got, in terms of all the improvements you did to this place over the many years. You've got your food truck up on the roof now. I also seen you made very use of some outboard motors
Yes.
from some decorations and flowers. So tell us about the outside of the restaurant, and then we're going to talk about this.
Well, thanks to the Beautification Committee. It's quite an honor to be awarded that. Yeah, it's a restaurant that's opened up 15 seasons ago and grew from nothing to something pretty large with, like you said, the food truck on the roof and the ice cream truck out front selling Wally's ice cream and the inside patio and family room and dining room, and also now the new banquet center museum. But yeah, we take a lot of pride in being neat and clean and organized, and we want people to talk about you. So that's good news.
Definitely. And I know, like outside, you got one of the best decks in St. Clair Shores out on the in the marina, both first level, second level decks that you added out there, along with your food truck out there. So, and as you've grown just in this one small spot, I know you've come to council multiple times, as we were talking about, and every idea you come up with, I tell you what, we sit there and like, oh wow, what do you think of this time? But let's talk about this room. We're here in your Snoopy Museum. This is a big passion of yours.
Yes.
Tell us about this place.
Well, thanks, John. It's a creative masterpiece, really. From all these Snoopies were in my house, and they were moved over here, and it took me about a year and a half to put it together, climbing on my hands and knees, decorating cabinets. And like I told you a few minutes earlier, it's not what you have, it's what you give. It's all for charities. People come in here and see the museum and put $1 or $5 or $10 in the charity box that goes to that monthly charity. And instead of collecting dust in the house, it's collecting money here at Mike's. And it's also a banquet room too. So if you have a party here, it costs you money to sit in here, and that goes to the charity.
Wow. So tell us, what was the first passion that started the collection?
Well, it's a great story. 1965, my sister was born in June, and my dad brought her home from St. John Hospital, and his one arm and his other arm was a plush Snoopy.
Okay.
And I was 5 years old, or almost 5 years old, and I grabbed that Snoopy and I slept with it. And the rest is history. Every Christmas or birthday, I would get a Snoopy from my sister Susan. Merry Christmas, Brother Mike, I love you. And that was 10 pieces by the time I was 10 years old, and now there's over 16,000 pieces in here.
Oh, wow, that's incredible. Yeah. Wow. So tell us, how are the charities working out?
It's really working out well. We started in 2023, and we've raised over $46,000 for all different local charities. We picked charities. I picked my first season there when we did it in 2023, 2024. And now I'm picking different ones. I just talked to the Macomb County Care House just an hour ago. They're going to be part of the 2026 charity, and they get a month. And all the money that goes into 3 charity boxes directly goes to them, as well as proceeds from the banquet rental fee.
All right, that's great. And so, what are your future plans for Mike's here?
I never say never, but I can say I'm getting up there in age, but my mind never stops, John. And I go to that city council.
I can attest to that, yes.
Who knows? I might go 3 levels, or I might do something crazy and quirky again. But thank you to you and the city for letting me do these things, because if it wasn't for you, this wouldn't have been here. And this is quite a place, and we have a great staff, and my nephew Michael is running the place and helping me out. So I'm very blessed here. Thank you.
Great. Well, I tell you what, Mike, you always come up with very unique ideas, but I tell you, you made this place a destination, and I think your Snoopy Museum that you have here that is getting national recognition.
Yes, it is.
And that in terms of the people that have contacted you and that want to see this collection. But you are definitely an institution here for St. Clair Shores. We greatly appreciate everything that Mike's in the Water does, whether the Snoopy Museum, all the past work that you've done with charities in the city is all greatly appreciated. But again, want to congratulate you from the Beautification Commission on being awarded a Beautification Award for this year, and just always keep up the great work.
Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
being here in our city.
It's an honor to be here, and thank you for coming in and showing the museum and everything else.
Wonderful.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Thanks,
you
John.
again. And with that, I'll go off to my last location. Well, that's today's show. So I want to congratulate the businesses that we recognize here today for the Business Beautification Awardees. And also, again, want to thank the hardworking volunteers of the St. Clair Shores Beautification Commission that work tirelessly every single season here in St. Clair Shores to keep this a very beautiful city. I'm City Councilman John Caron. Hey, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to give me a call at 586-777-0611 or drop me an email at karonj@scsmi.net. Until next time, this is your Council Connection.